Welcome back. Back from the range with the CZ P10C with the suppressor height sights and threaded barrel. As I mentioned in the tabletop, we did not run a can on this simply because the review is on the gun, not on the can. And since roughly 1% or less of gun owners even have a suppressor, I'd say look for a gun like this if you're considering a suppressor, but you don't have to have a suppressor to appreciate this gun, and I didn't want a suppressor's performance to impact the way this gun performed. If you follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you've probably already seen my first groups with this gun and might have an idea of how it performed, but regardless, while I clean this thing up, I'll let you guys watch the footage and see how it performed in our hands. We did the what's for dinner, we did groups, and of course full mag plus one to give it a standard run through and GBGuns treatment.
As always, starting things off with full mag plus one. There's our one and our full extended mag. Did have to seat it pretty firmly in there, but that's kind of standard on these extended mags like so. See how it runs. We're using Remington 124 grain. All right, what's for dinner today? We've got a lineup of 10 different rounds as always. We've got steel case, aluminum case, flat nose, hollow points, round nose, super heavy 158 grains, all the way down to a lightweight 90 grain. What we're looking at is, will it pick up the first round from slide lock? Then does the round generate enough energy in this gun to cycle, pick up the next round? And the third round is just sort of a bonus to confirm. Let's see how the CZ does.
All right, so today I'm going to start off with Winchester 90 grain, super clean, full metal jacket. Target number, or circle number one. For circle number two, I'm going to have MagTech 95 grain.
That stuff thundered a bit.
Honor Defense 100 grain, hollow point, frangible. It's a mouthful. If I can close my thing. .115 grain jacketed hollow point by Federal Ammunition. Circle number four. Ooh. .115 grain zinc plated steel case by Silver Bear in circle number five. All right, so for target number 6, I'll be using Blazer Ammunition, 115 grain aluminum. All right, so for target number 7, I'll be using the American Eagle 124 grain subsonic ammo. This is quite light for subsonic, as most would be 147 grain or heavier. Let's see how it does. All right, so for target number 8, we'll be using Browning ammunition, 147 grain full metal jacket. For target number 9, I'll be using the S&B tactical ammo. It is 140 grain subsonic. For target number 10, I'll be using the PPU 158 grain subsonic line. I do love this subsonic ammo. It does me well.
Like it was really soft shooting. Look at that group.
5 shots from 7 yards. I'll be using the Nosler Match 147 grain.
Which target?
The right square.
Nosler Match 147 grain, left square.
So for my 5-shot group from 7 yards, I'm just going to use some Blazer Brass 115 grain ball, standard Lincoln ammo, and we'll see how that does on the top 10 ring bullseye.
My thoughts on this CZ P10C. C standing for compact. It's quite interesting. This gun is quite large. We're quite used to subcompact guns, so it's changed our perception of what compact really is. With this gun, it does come with the suppressor height sights. Took a little bit for me to get used to it to acquire my target because of that height and the long barrel length. Barrel does have a threaded barrel. We didn't use the suppressor today just because we wanted to get a feel for just the gun, how it came. There is no external thumb safety. The safety does come on the trigger, which I actually enjoy the trigger. It's super crisp. A little bit snappy, but with focus and a little bit of practice, my accuracy was quite great. Length of the grips is super comfortable. It does have quite aggressive griplings on it, but it didn't seem to bother me too much. So overall, I really enjoyed shooting this gun today.
Well, apparently this gun handles a lot better with a higher grain ammunition. because my accuracy for the lower grain ammunition was not my best, but it did improve with the heavier grain. Impressions of this gun, I'm not a fan of the grips because it literally leaves an impression in my palm. I mean, my hand's not going to go anywhere, but it's kind of painful to shoot. The sights, it's already been mentioned that they are raised up for a suppressor, which we don't have, but that was a little something that was difficult to, I guess, get used to there for a little bit. The recoil is nice, the trigger is nice. It's a nice lightweight, but even weight distribution across it, so it has a nice recoil. Overall, it's a good gun.
I'm pretty pleased with that group. Not gonna lie. It's been cold and very windy out. I appreciate those of you that have stuck through the wind noise on the microphones. But the reason why I bring up the cold is ungloved hands. They've got kind of numb, a little swollen, you know, like hands get when they're cold. And the texturing on this gun that I thought might be a little too aggressive actually worked really well for that. And I was able to really plant my hand on the gun thanks to the aggressive checkering, or gripplings, as Burgundy Bomber has coined. That's stippling and gripplings. The sights are nice and crisp, and obviously very easy to align and tall enough for, I imagine, most suppressors. We didn't run the gun with a can on it just because out of 100 million gun owners in America, there's only about 1 million registered suppressors, and most suppressor owners own more than one. So we're talking less than 1% of you have a suppressor, and each suppressor changes the way a gun performs. I didn't want our can to impact the way this gun runs, so we just ran it as is, and it ran very well.
So in the tabletop, I said this thing was built like a tank. I gotta say that would be a European refined tank. It shot really, really well. Was a joy to shoot. I do still have to complain about the way the interchangeable backstraps are set up, but that's just a minor thing. I would have loved to try one of these with regular height sights, but these night sights that came on it make for a great sight picture, and obviously the intent of this gun is to be suppressor ready. Performed awesome. I now see what all the hype is about with the CZ P10C. Thanks for watching.